Ooh, let's see. Hello, hello, hi everybody. As you know, we're gonna wait 2 minutes before we start the stream. Well, a minute 30 seconds. But yeah, you guys know, give it a second. Let people get in here. How's it going? It is going swell. I have my water right here. It's not full. I'm gonna have to go fill it up soon, but I have a little bit of water. And I got my mic set up so that I don't have to use the regular stand. So I'm completely hands-free. I don't have to worry about bumping into it or anything. Hi! Hello! Alright. Let's get started, everybody.
Whew, what a great day. It's perfect weather for sleuthing.
The weather matters for an investigation?
Don't some days just feel like magic days or defense days?
Sure. Let's get started, shall we?
Right on. Show us your stuff, Apollo.
What stuff?
Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it.
I did enough at home. Thanks.
Aw, there's no need to be shy. Keep that up, and you'll never make it on the big stage.
I'm happy in the courtroom. Thank you. I'm a lawyer.
Then you're in luck, because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, "Objection!"
Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going already. Like, damn, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is lawyer weather? I'm saying, I don't know, I don't know.
Mr. Attorney.
Let me roar. I'm sorry about today.
There's nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely defending Machi. Are you okay? Alone, I mean. Humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, we get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now. And we weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh, you must have great ears.
Ears that heard the crime taking place. Or so she claimed yesterday. But how? That was quite a statement you made in court. You made today in court about hearing Darian Crescen's voice at the scene of the crime.
I did not know his name, but I never forget a voice. Wait.
Let me roar. Is something the matter?
That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it.
No way. Like, imagine just getting your shit outed like that. He wasn't even there to like be a witness or anything. He was just giving like he was like, here's the thing that you asked for, and she was just like, it was him. Like, imagine getting fried that fast. Oh my god.
As I said on court. As I said in court. I was on my way backstage from the
stage. I hate when they say it like that.
And that is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mr.
My bad. I'm guessing Darian and Mr. Latos were talking about something?
The next moment, I heard those gunshots.
That's such an awkward phrasing. I'm saying, they probably could have just said I was on my way back from the stage and left it at that, and it would have been fine. Why didn't you call security?
To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined the gunshots might be real. And I was in quite a hurry myself. I left the scene at once.
So, it really was Darian's voice that she heard.
Yeah. At least she certainly thinks it was. I met Machi before my debut as Le Miroir. I was singing in a restaurant in Bourginia.
And he was playing the piano?
Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see.
Is that when you started playing opposites? With Machi pretending he couldn't see?
No, it wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as the landscape painter in sound.
It must have been tough for Machi, pretending he couldn't see, and all the while acting as your eyes.
I'd be the original trilogy. Yeah, dude. I just love the original trilogy. I really, like, I'm punching myself for not having the first game recorded, but, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's fine.
We held hands always. He would write with his finger on my palm to signal to me things I should know. He's a smart, gentle boy.
I think I see what she's getting at. That she would never harm a soul. About Mr. Latos.
Yes. He was an Interpol agent, I hear.
So you had no idea?
Of course not. No one did.
I guess that's what it means to be undercover.
But someone was after him. They had to know who he really was.
Why did he pose as my manager? I do not understand.
You have no idea?
I can only assume that he was investigating me. But why?
What makes you think that?
Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility. Because of my condition. As my present is veiled in darkness, so, too, is my past clouded from memory.
Blah. My tongue got a little tangled there.
Clouded, right.
Are we gonna find out who she was?
The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart.
In your heart?
I have no memory of the time before I became Le Miroir. I awoke from darkness into darkness, you might say. I was singing in a restaurant those days. What is it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming Lemureur is lost to me.
But I don't think you...
I can think of no other exception. Or expression. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
No way! That seems really unlikely to me. I mean, you're such a sweet person, Lemureur.
Thank you. Machi too tells me this often when I fear who I might have been. Oh. Okay, what do we have on us? We got the tape, right? We took a look at your performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you.
That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off.
Illusion?
When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember?
Ah, yes. Apparently they hired a professional magician. Valant Gramarye. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Gramarye made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that.
Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know?
I am reminded that I wish to speak to you about something. Ooh. Yes? When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Yeah, the thing right there in the background. I see it. Nobody picked it up in over a day. That man's body's been taken away and everything, and that thing is still on the floor? Okay. Device? Maybe you mean this?
That's been lying there since the day before yesterday.
Literally, hello? Janitor, somebody do your job? Might I touch it? I thought as much. What? What do you think? This is one of our headsets. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to it for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best. Thank you.
So, can I put it on? Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo.
Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. We're gonna look into that. Or actually, yeah, hold on. Can I ask you about this headset, Lemureur? You said that all concert staff were wearing one. That's correct. Hi! Hello! You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all of the band members, too, I should think. So Prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too, then. They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. And a stronger signal would interfere with the sound system. That makes sense. I think someone would notice if they dropped their only communications lifeline. So why was this one laying here? Okay, I don't know anything else I could show her right now, because we talked about everything else so far.
We have to go to the stage. This place looks chaotic as fuck. Is that just me? Like, this stage looks wild from the side view.
That song. Isn't that the one Lemiroir was singing?
Yeah, you're right. The Guitar Serenade.
Wow. I would love to do a show on a stage like this.
I'd come to see that.
The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs in wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air.
Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician?
Oh! That's right. I was a magician, wasn't I?
Some dedication. Ooh. Aha! If it isn't Miss Trucy, and indeed it is.
Uncle Volant!
What exactly are you doing here? I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I'm inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss.
The Lemiroir teleportation illusion. Ooh.
Should anything go wrong, it would reflect poorly upon me and my troupe. As I went about exacting examination, I happened to notice that the piano. And I remember that fair lady's melancholy melody.
Hey, Apollo, maybe Uncle Volant can shed some light on this whole thing for us.
He won't even tell us how to do the fucking trick. That feels kind of important, but whatever. We talked to him earlier, so I doubt we have anything we can show him right now.
I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. Lemiroir's vanishing act was your illusion, right?
Indeed. The Purple Prosecutor petitioned my performance. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear. Like a dream." Like a dream. Yet, what can I work with on a stage meant for musical endeavors? And there are none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorcerous acts. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted. He's so fucking orange. Yuck. Oh my god. Look at him. That's crazy. Y'all. He is sunburnt. That's gotta be spray tan. Now, because of the murder, all eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing as far as the fortunes of Trobe Gramarye are concerned.
So, you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well.
And went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? The yellow hair really doesn't help at all. Like, the way that his hair is bleached, and it's like crazy level bleach too. That is not his natural. He did not come out the womb looking like that. There's no way. There's no way. His hair was like super bleach yellow, and then fucking his skin tone is actually orange. There's no way. Oh my god. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why do you ask? Why? I think it's probably quicker if I go check out myself. Thanks. Let me go check it out. Move!
That's one big piano. I've never actually played one.
You should get Mr. Wright to teach you sometimes.
No good, he can't play either.
Oh. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Yeah, because he went to the hospital and he brought that piano with him. I didn't forget that, y'all. What do you mean you can't play the piano?
Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy.
Okay.
Ew!
Did you make that noise just now?
Let me try it again.
What the fuck is that? You heard that click? That
You know, I think something's stuck in the piano.
Hi!
Time to take a look under the hood. Huh? Look! This was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch.
Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Found on the stage. It's a switch for something. That's all I know. Do you think that was for the guitar, y'all? I know what you're thinking in that head of yours. Gramarye, yes, you say. I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort? Actually, yes, you're right.
Oh, wow! He just read your mind, Apollo!
Or everyone tells him that and you made a good guess? It was 20 years ago. A young magician, a genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnify Gramarye. It was he who began the great trope Gramarye. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the screens of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Oh, thank you for the rose, I appreciate it. Yet, several years ago, that time came to an end. My trope pulled a vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard. The TV screen a barren waste stripped of illusion.
That's not true! I still went to all your shows!
Okay, Trucy, did you notice that nobody else was beside you? Did you notice that when you took your seat in the crowd, it was dead silent behind you and you were the only one clapping? No? Okay. Just making sure.
Like that one in the parking lot, down at the supermarket.
Trucy, now, you were able to go see them at the fucking supermarket parking lot. And you thought that they were, like, succeeding, that life was good for them? They are performing in the parking lot of a supermarket. Trucy, come on now. When you start playing in supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. Like, yeah, the fuck? Come on. Critical thinking. We hone our skills at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes. One day we will rise up from obscurity into fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is Gramarye, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean... Yes, Zach Gramarye. Trucy's father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name higher than Gramarye in show business circles. None. I will see us returned to glory. I, Valant Gramarye. Our founder, Magnify Gramarye, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles.
I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made the whole jumbo jet go, what happened to the jet again?
Apparently someone doesn't remember it as well as they thought. Of all the would-be magicians who came to his door, only Zach and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valant and Zach were the shining stars in the Gramarye crown.
Cool, huh? And Zach Gramarye was my daddy.
And he's gone now. I hope he didn't die. Like, are we gonna see him in, like, a later game? Maybe even the end of this one? Maybe even the end of this episode. Could you imagine? We get an update on him? Now that Magnify and Zach are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valant Gramarye, who brings the Gramarye miracle back to the big stage.
I'm rooting for you.
Miss Trucy, you cannot grow up quick enough. I need your skill by my side.
One skill coming up!
He needs multiple. He needs multiple, girl. He needs your help. Like, y'all need to get it the fuck together. I'm gonna be real. It's just him. He is performing in parking lots. How do we manage to get off the topic of the case so quickly all the time? Alright. I don't think there's gonna be anything else. There was nothing else. Maybe... Yes! We got Texter. Let's go. Here she go. Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. Why did she become so bitter and mean? What happened to her? What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? You gave me the 2nd degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. You're talking about the bloodstain Mr. Latos left? My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh?
But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all.
Now we know that Mr. Latos was really with Interpol.
We wouldn't have found that out without you.
I suppose. Maybe that's why Chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. He said it was my reward. Chocolate Snaku's popular down at the precinct or something? So it is chocolate. Why do they look like that? They look like Cheetos covered in, like dipped in chocolate and put in the freezer. Are chocolate Snaku's popular down at the precinct or something?
I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again.
Be my guest. You're not going to find any clues in here.
Though I did find something strange. Something strange?
I'm in my embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
How?
I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year.
If only it worked that way.
It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me.
And makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the hair duct. He could have shot that revolver. If he shot that revolver, let's get him to take his little Victorian style peasant shirt off. Little Victorian style little boy shirt off. Let's see the arm that he shot with. Let's see what he shot with. Because then we can see if he has any bruising. Because there's no way he wouldn't be fucked up. There is no way. Like, he is literally... Look at him. Hold on. Y'all look. He's literally like the size of a baby. Look at him. He has the smallest portrait. Look at him. He's 14. Maybe he's secretly ripped. He's jacked under there, y'all. That's what happened. He's fucking shredded.
But that's not how it sounded in Lemira's testimony.
You mean her saying she heard Detective Darion's voice at the scene?
That's right!
Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Unpopular opinion! Uh-oh. I really like Darion Crescend. I don't know anything about him. We just got here. Although his hair a little crazy. That's what I will say so far. I have no reason to hate him. I was like, hey, y'all, he kind of fine. And then he turned to the side. I was like, wow. Wow. Look at him. He turned to the side and like I was like flabbergasted. Like my jaw dropped. Whoa.
Was that true what you said in the court today? You know, about the case. About how everything was happening according to the song lyrics?
The guitar serenade, you mean?
I found the link, you know. First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped keyring was stolen. Then Lemire flew through the air. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. Latos's life. And he went up to the sky with the guitar. Well, 15 feet up, at least.
It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence.
I know. And I found it.
You think the same person did all of this? Don't ask me. I didn't do it.
Neither did I.
I couldn't fit through that air vent anyway.
What? You all think I did it?
Sometimes I worry about that girl. Girl, who the fuck said that?
So, what did you find?
It's so little that I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa.
What is it?
Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looked familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna.
Oh, like on a beetle?
Like on a cell phone. This device must be used. It must use an electronic signal of some sort.
An electronic signal, you say?
Maybe these two things are connected? Do you think you could take a look at this? Small device, looks like a transmitter.
A transmitter?
You press the switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for, though. A signal? You mean an electronic signal?
What is it, Apollo?
Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing this switch. Golly! What was that? Ooh! I knew it. I knew it. That's what they did to start the fire. That's what they did to start the fire. And if we go back here, watch the clip real quick. Look at the guy just standing off to the side like that. Do y'all see, like, what the fuck? There's a guy just on the side. Like, could have just done it and then walked over and threw it into the piano once the performance was done. Because we found it in the piano. And if that was under the couch, maybe it was being hidden.
It's on fire. Emma's device is on fire.
What's the big idea? Cell has arrived and will leave in 2 minutes. Why? Even perfection needs schooling. You know what? Valid. That's fair.
Well, now that we know what this is, an igniter, this part here must work like a lighter.
It nearly lit me up, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least, we're getting somewhere in this case.
Hey, Apollo. Let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she had some first-hand experience. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive?
Come on, it was just a few sparks.
It says you. You were the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking.
Trucy, back off. Trucy, don't piss her off more than you need to. Come on now. Anyway, even Apollo thought that shit was weird. Why'd you say that? Now we know this is a remote for an igniter.
Let me see that for a second.
Well,
this is definitely a little transmitter.
the signal's weak. Probably only reaches 30 feet. So it had to be someone on stage. That's what I was saying, y'all. It had to be someone actively on stage. That's the only fucking way. And there was that guy just standing off to the side like that. I don't know. Sus. Suspicious.
A transmitter, huh?
Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area... Also, whatever you said was not sent. Only the part of you correcting his name. Let's see. 30 feet from Lemuel's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. That also looks like it would cover the stage. It kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. It did send. If you can see it pop up right over here in this little section that I was like wiggling for a second, if you see it pop up there, then it sent. If you don't see it pop up there, then it didn't send. That's how you can tell. That's like literally the only way. If I did not have that up there, you would not know if your message sent. I guess I'd best be getting on with my investigation. We'll have to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later.
Good luck!
I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. Nice. I doubt that there's anything I need to look at. Oop, wrong button. Which one was it? Oh, it's B&M, I think. Yeah. What? Come to laugh at the murderer?
Darian.
That old bag opens her pie hole, and then wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't even let me work while I'm a suspect.
Darian isn't in the best of moods, is he?
Not many people are these days, it seems.
It is a crime scene. Not exactly the happiest place to hang out.
Then Gavin had to go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! He wanna be Shadow so bad, look at him. Edgy ass.
So, about your alibi.
You have to ask.
The shooting happened right in the middle of the shooting happened right in the middle of the third set.
That's right. The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots and found Mr. Lato's dead.
I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me too.
Right there on the stage.
Your guitar playing was something else.
Thanks, little lady. See? This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe I can't believe they aren't letting me work.
There's no need to yell at me.
It's Lemire Moore's fault. She was the one who said she heard his voice at the moment of the crime. Damn, we switching up on her? Leave her alone. She's a little blind lady. She's doing the best she can. Leave her the fuck alone. Damn. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. Watch your fucking mouth. Don't talk about her too much like that. I'm not gonna lie. You need to watch your tongue. She's 40. Be calm. Be calm. She's only 40. Leave her alone. Why is bro's hair like that? Stress. His fit is fire though. Like, I can't even lie. Like, the shark hoodie kinda is fire. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, everybody. Nobody go anywhere. I miss Nomi. I wish he was real. I'm not. Sorry. I fade away. See, every time y'all say that, I fade away a little bit. Like, you know when you watch those movies where the kids go back in time and they see their parents meet? Like, I know that it's from one movie, but they keep, like, redoing it in TV shows and shit because of it. But, like, the kids go back in time and they see their parents when they were younger, before they met. And then they fuck it up so the parents end up not liking each other romantically. And then they start to fade away. That's what happens to me. That's actually what happens to me every time y'all say that. I fade away a little bit. Like, my hand is literally, like, translucent. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me? Want your tongue when we speak about beautiful older women. Okay? Want your fucking mouth.
They won't let you work?
Duh! He's a suspect on the case, though. He won't let me work. Gavin says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is cleared. What suspicion? He can't be such a stick in the mud.
Mr. Gavin? A stick in the mud?
He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Don't believe that at all. I think you just lied straight to my face. You definitely killed that man. Because why did you just tell me that he's straight as an arrow? That's untrue. The first thing he said to me was like, I've never felt this way about a man before. When he put eyes on me. That is not straight as an arrow, buddy. Sorry. Do you think they dated or are dating? Darian and, Gavin? Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day? Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? And then there was that performance just now. What was that about? What was that all about? This part is off. Which is that? Second guitar. It was you, Darian. He's just a perfectionist, is all. Not a bad guy, really. He said he's straight so Apollo wouldn't get any ideas.
Well, I think the Gaviniers are the best. I have all of your albums.
See, what if I was like an asshole? What if I was an asshole and I was like, didn't you just get into them like last week? What if I was like actually like a dick? Like, what if Apollo just pulled that right now? Didn't you just start buying their stuff like last week? The band's fine too. Gavin can write a good tune. I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him. He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. The prosecutor's office? I've never been there, have I? The data on the victim should have come from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it. Normally.
Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office.
Maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Right on.
Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. Y'all heard that fucking banging? That was crazy. See, don't ever touch your hair like that in front of me again. And tell him I want into that crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Oh, well... Great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping! Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong, and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. I'm so scared of him, because, like, I genuinely think, imagine you're talking to him, like, you're facing each other, you're having a discussion, and then someone's like, Darian! And he has to turn his head, and he hits you in the face with his hair. Like, you'd be like a whip. They'd be like, Darian! Bang, right in the fucking face. Like, you're trying to, like, collect yourself, because you just got fucking whipped in the face. Like, it would be like a punch in the face. Like, that's crazy. His hair is way too long. On the floor immediately.
Let's not talk to him anymore, alright?
Mind you, she's a fan of him. Detective Darian Crescend. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. Oh my goodness. Did I miss anything back here? Ooh! This place is deserted.
I wonder where Lemure went off to.
I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful.
I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little.
Is there anything over here that I would care about? Anything in here? Oh, well, I actually have to freaking click on it. I forgot.
I forgot. I'm not complaining. It makes it easier for us to go in. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna give her okay, blah, 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 blah.
I can't read right now. Go, go! I don't want to read that. I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to actually go inside. You know what's crazy? Is it still broken? Because you see the speaker right there, right? You can click on it. But I can, like, click on it from up here, too. Look at that. A speaker for monitoring the stage. It was blaring at the time of the shooting. Why can I click on it from all the way up there?
It's a pretty old model for such a nice place.
I guess they don't care about sound quality back here. As long as you can hear it. Not that a loss of fidelity could possibly make that music worse.
Good speakers must cost a lot. You have any idea how much a nice one that size would cost, Apollo?
Probably a good 10 years of your allowance, give or take.
What? That's almost $600!
$5 a month? $5 a month? Phoenix! Do you need money? Phoenix? Do you need money? Just answer the question honestly, to be honest. Oh my god. Poor Trucy. Wait till she finds out you need to buy 2 speakers for a stereo. Oh my god, they're broke. I don't see anything that I could really click on. Oh, well, they took this out. Look, the carpet's been torn up here.
That's the part we did the luminol testing on in court.
What? Am I stupid? Did I read that wrong? She said it right! Why didn't they type it as Looney Mall if they wanted it read as Looney Mall? Looney Mall? That's... What's Looney Mall? It's luminol. Get it right. Damn!
It's kind of scary when it comes to science.
Best learn the world and not incite her wrath again. Learn the word, not... Oh my god, I need to learn words too. Look at me. Golly, she'd be cussing my ass out too. We gotta go to the one place, because I remember it lit up. Or not lit up, but it had like the little static picture. Gavin's office. Gavin. Golly! Clean up! Prosecutor Gavin's office.
So, this is it. The Governor's head office.
It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object. Whatever.
Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Oh well, I guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind that bookshelf real quiet-like.
That's eavesdropping.
Why? We'd just be waiting. Quietly. So he won't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band?
She'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So, why is he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latos. Latos? Look, don't talk to me about those Borginians, okay? Just get me that report. Chop chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? It's times like this when I start to miss Darien. Gay ass? What the hell? Hiya!
Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad?
How could I be? There's not enough tea in the world in any case. Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist.
Watch and learn, Apollo.
So, who have you come to see?
Huh?
Clavier, lead vocalist for the Gaviniers, while Prosecutor Gavin, scourge of the courtroom.
What do you think he means, Apollo?
I think he's giving us a choice. We can either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? You can do both. Well, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today?
Yes. I always read the TV section.
Good girl. How about you, Air Forehead? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy, the prosecutor's deadly song.
Ooh, is that a new show? I haven't heard about that one.
It's not a show, it's an article. News, you know.
Oh. Does this have anything to do with the case?
Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless. Endless! Thanks to the case you made today, of course.
Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey!
Is that a newspaper over there, too? Yes. Borginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead, take a look. Thanks, but I can't read Borginian. Oh, that's right. Suffice to say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song.
Probably no one in Borginia could believe it.
It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. Their journalist didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself.
Ah, shucks, I'm late. Forgive me, Nobi. Unforgivable! To the dungeon with you.
Borginian newspaper added to the courtroom. Lemiror's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I'd imagine. Which is why I've had Darian step down for the investigation for now.
Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum.
Lemiror was my invited guest, so it is rather delicate. It is a rather delicate situation. You understand how much I want to solve this case, quickly, if possible.
I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it.
You co-wrote it with Lemiror, if I remember correctly? That's right. It was last year. I'd gone to tour Borginia's legal system, as a matter of fact.
That's when you heard Lemiror's voice?
It was at a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk to her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting.
Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout.
I think he's sort of a special case, Trucy. Like, hello, he's famous? Whatever. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there, backstage. Machi on piano, with that dulcet, that dulcet voice, and myself on a guitar that I borrowed from Lemiror.
And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo, say.
What the fuck? It is a memory I hold dear. And the song we wrote that night was this. And that very guitar is right over there. You mean this charred lump?
call it a lump? That's a piece of history. And it's only browned, not really charred.
No matter. I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during that song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? I mean, we kind of figured it out, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think you could show it to us? Your slightly burnt guitar?
I'm sure he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Like, that shit is fucked up. Lightly browned? Don't ever lie to my face like that again. Trucy, come on now. You do not need to glaze him. That was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this.
That's the guitar from the concert, isn't it?
Yes, we know. Though, I thought it was one of those... Whatever, I didn't get to read that. What did that say? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed it wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar, incidentally.
Oh? Did you find anything out?
He didn't have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does that guitar tie into everything that went on?
Sounds like something we should ask about.
We can show the igniter too. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. The guitar befitting a woman like Lemire.
How did it end up here?
She gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. Hi! That nap got me all sweaty. Oh my goodness.
So this guitar is from Borgenia?
That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemire's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched.
See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout.
I still think he's a special case. Yeah, if he was not famous, he would struggle with this shit way more, to be honest.
Such a valuable guitar. It's too bad it got burned.
Hey, what's that? There's lately scorched, and then there's this.
It's burned clean through.
Yep, it's pretty much a useless piece of junk.
It's kind of like you after a trial, Apollo.
Trucy! Which part, the burned clean through or the useless piece of junk? Trucy, what the hell? Anything else? Anything else? Because it looks like we could see into it, but I don't see anything. Anything else? I'm not seeing anything else. Trucy mean as hell to me. What the hell? Trucy, you make $5 a month. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not taking your opinion seriously. What was it you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar?
That's right. What was that all about?
Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It's called the sound hole. Ah, so that's what it was called. Well, they found something attached to the wood, just inside the hole. There was multiple of them, too. That's crazy. A broken device of some sort.
A broken device?
Yes. I knew it. We're gonna be able to show these. Yes, this in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however. So he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else.
Odd. That device looks strangely familiar.
Yeah, we got one of those, buddy. How do I present it to him? Am I stupid? Did I click the wrong button? Hey, I gotta click present. Stupid, dumb, idiot, dumb, stupid, moron. There we go. It has to be one of these.
What is it, Apollo?
That device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter.
Another one?
It was at the crime scene in Lemuro's dressing room. Detective Sky found it actually. At the scene of the crime. What could that mean, I wonder? What else could I do while we're here? What the fuck is this? Is this what he was talking about earlier on the phone?
What's that on the plate there?
Is that gum?
Gum?
Maybe he was chewing it when the phone rang, so he put it on the plate for later consumption.
You think a rock star could afford a fresh stick?
Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Although I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? Oh my god, a jawbreaker. It looks like a lump of plastic?
Wait, that phone call.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object? Whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin is on the phone. Yeah, we just went over this conversation. Like, this literally happened within the last 10 minutes. We know. Golly. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latos. Prosecutor Gavin. Does this have something to do with Mr. Latos? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you?
Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really. But he forced me to.
Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Miss Reporter. To tell the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Latos was after.
This lump?
Would you mind telling us what you know about it? This was found in Mr. Latos' bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica? It's a small lump, about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say, other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean, whatever Mr. Latos was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation.
Well, what is it?
Don't ask me, Fraulein.
Oh, if you don't want to tell us, you could just say so.
I've put it on a request to Interpol via my contacts in Borginia. But apparently there's a block on information somewhere along the chain.
Oh?
There's something either Interpol or Borginia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Latos went through all that trouble to become the Miroir's manager, just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it. That shit looked like a super perk. I've sent someone to the Colosseum to fetch Le Miroir. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Borginian. I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh. Thanks for dropping by, Air Forehead. Thanks? Why, you gave me so much information. That igniter, for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, I guess I could have hid it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information about the strange lump of plastic. The one thing Mr. Latos was investigating.
Hey, that's right!
I've been thinking, Air Forehead. We encounter so many incidents in our lives, all of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. Or especially not the ones where people are killing to song lyrics. And that is why I try to at least remain simple instead. Or inside. And I keep a simple goal to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, yeah? And that is all. I can live with that.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Fräulein?
Can I ask you why you sing in a band?
Because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. No, you don't. Bisexual fiend. I know what you are. That's pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got work to do. Another time, perhaps. Should we look at his thing? I don't think there's anything else we can look at, because we kind of get everything else. Let's move. Let's move. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Le Miroir is? Well, I saw her backstage. I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago.
Yeah, that's strange. What's strange?
I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Le Miroir's missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you look for her.
Great, thanks.
I don't wanna do that. I wanna move. I doubt she's in the rooms because I'm doubting she would be there. Maybe the stage.
Huh? The stage is pitch dark.
The power breaker must be off for this section. Great.
I'll go get someone.
It scared the fuck out of me. Oh my god.
Yipes! It was really dark out there.
Dark? That's all Le Miroir has when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness?
Hey, Apollo.
Huh? What?
Doesn't something about this stage seem different to you? Like something's changed?
Changed? The stage looks the same to me. Maybe something closer. Probably, like, closer by, because I don't look at that shit.
I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me.
Now it's bugging me, too. What is she talking about? This looks the same, right? Nothing's different here. Is there a shirt in there? What is that? Is that it?
Hey, that case! Wasn't that open before?
Yeah! Look at that! Let's go, everybody! Let's go! Let's go!
Huh, I guess someone closed it.
Wait, look! Where the case closes.
Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's...
Let's open it, Apollo!
No! Let me war! Emma! We have to get Emma!
Oh no! God!
The mirror was taken directly to the hospital.
They come!
How did she fit? Our little petite tiny queen can't even hold an apple, can't even hold a pencil in her hand, too big. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Trucy just clung to my arm and cried. And me? I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. Is that fucking ugly, disgusting, beastly creature that they call a doctor gonna pop up? I don't like talking to him. Freak.
Emma! How's the mirror? Is she okay?
You. We all owe you a big thanks, that's for sure.
So, she's okay?
Yes. She came to a short while ago. We found her before it was too late.
That's good to hear.
So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? We don't know.
But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. How could she not see? Oh.
Yeah. You feel bad now? Do you feel bad for that? Did that make you feel that? Did that make you feel good to say that out loud? No? That's what I thought. Come on now, Trucy. Right. Would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. We're not even gonna go to the hospital room? Okay. Let me roar. Mr. Attorney, you were the one who found me? Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. So we're not even gonna get like a bandage wrapped on her head or nothing? Apparently it was so bad that she could have passed away, like she could have passed on had we not found her that fast. But she has like no bandages. Tell me, what happened? Hold on.
Hi everybody, I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. Okay.
It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room...
You were hit?
I knew, that very moment, I knew the assailant was trying to kill me.
No.
It was lucky for me the first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me, I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. Why the stage? I had overheard maintenance people talking. The power to the stage area was off, they said, for electrical work. Okay, super genius, I see you. Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass case near the stage. That's where I hid.
So the assailant couldn't see you.
Once in the case, I'm afraid I passed out.
Wow. That sounds like a really close call. Yeah, do y'all not have cameras? Is the stream frozen or did they leave while I was distracted? I mean, your stream might be frozen. Because, I mean, I just came back a little bit ago, but I've been here for like at least 30 plus seconds. At least, bare minimum. Do you have any idea who it might have been?
Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet, when I considered that I was struck high in the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am.
Good point. She's sharp. Hey, where's the cameras? Like, am I crazy for saying that? Like, where are the cameras in this establishment? Like, hello? You have celebrities, like, coming to the backstage and everything. Very important people. And you're just like, you don't have any cameras? Nothing? What's going on? This is why people keep dying there. Dying and then getting assaulted. Nearly freaking killed. Like, they tried to get her ass. Oh my god.
You're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo.
So it means it was likely an adult. And probably a man. Could it be him?
Why would anyone attack you, Lemmiwar?
The detective asked me this too. And I gave her the same answer I give you. I do not know.
I mean, for one, she's a celebrity. Motherfuckers will attack people that they claim to love. They'll be like, I'm a super fan of you. And then they try to take them out. Some people have succeeded in doing that kind of shit, mind you. So that's not the crazy part, like her getting attacked. But like, there's also a case going on where she's a witness. Like, of course. I'm a hop off now because I haven't finished this trial yet, technically. Farewell, humans. Oh, goodbye. Bro does not want to finish this trial with us at all. There's gotta be a solo run. I understand it completely. Do we have anything that we can show her? That's not what I meant! That's not what I meant! You're good. We can present this. Lemmiwar, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is?
This is what?
Mr. Latos was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after.
He was after?
You know, in his secret identity, as an undercover agent.
So that's what he was doing. You mean
You know what? Yes, I know, of course. This must be a Borginian cocoon. Or rather, a convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of a Borginian cocoon before? I don't think you've ever heard of Borginia before, Apollo. Come on now.
Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir?
I wonder.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, they call it Borginian. It must only be found in Borginia. For certain, all in Borginia know of these.
It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it?
I do not know the details, I'm sorry to say. I thought she said all in Borginia knew of these. There is one fact I do know about the cocoon, though. Something all in Borginia know. What's that? The cocoons. They are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does, and is caught, they will be put to death.
To death?
Why? I do not know. Yet, if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there is a good reason. But
This is just a piece of plastic.
he was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal, so somebody took one out of the country. Whoever the killer was had to have taken that out of the country. That had to be what happened, right? And it was basically a, like, me or you type situation. It was probably his gun. Wait, no, we know it's his gun, don't we? Hold on. Am I stupid? It is his gun. So he probably came here to murk whoever stole it, get it back. That's his mission, probably. Then the killer was, like, basically fighting for their life. That's what I'm getting. That's my best guess.
So that's what he was up to?
Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling.
Smuggling.
Oop, I didn't mean to go back. I meant to click on that. I meant to scroll down and click on that. There you go. It seems I was marked.
Marked?
Life-changing for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world.
Ah! So you could have brought those Borginian cocoons with you?
On my trips, yes. That was probably the suspicion. And Mr. Lotos was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Borginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside.
Is that why they suspected you?
But Mr. Lotos wasn't a Borginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means...
What, Apollo?
There must be some reason why Borginia doesn't want those cocoons getting out. Hi! Something scary enough to get Interpol involved.
Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion?
Cocoon smuggling. And Mr. Lotos had Le Miroir marked. It couldn't be her.
Huh?
There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Le Miroir. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power. I need an interpreter. Someone who speaks Borginian.
Apollo?
Would you come with us? Are we gonna go talk to Machi? If you're well enough? I see. Yes. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you.
Huh? Where are we going?
Come on, Trucy. We're about to get to the bottom of this. Machi. We came to talk to you about the case.
Machi.
Look at his little shocked face. You better fucking talk this time. Piss me off. Bro, rather go to jail than admit whatever the fuck's going on.
Could you interpret for us, the mirror?
Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right?
I was completely fooled myself.
Machi, isn't there another secret you're hiding from us?
Wait, Mr. Attorney, what do you mean by secret?
What do I mean by secret? Well, it's gotta be this. That's like the most recent thing we got too. If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Bro got cramps.
Hey, you got a reaction! A big one!
Machi, you didn't. Trissy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Not that we would have needed any training to see that one. Mr. Attorney, please tell me what this is all about. Let me roar. Please interpret. Interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. If you won't tell me, I might have to give it up to the prosecution. And have them look into it. Damn, those cramps are bad, bro. Look at him. He said, He asked you to wait. Do not be so hasty.
Machi?
Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, sort of.
Have him tell us about it.
Very well. Yeah, now you're talking, huh?
What is this cocoon anyway?
The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure.
A cure?
It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incuritis. Yeah, that was super original and unique. A cure for incuritis?
But if it's a cure, why keep it in Borginia like that? Just to think of all the lives they could have saved by sharing the medicine.
They don't want to. They said fuck y'all, truly. They said get fucked. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is. A cure. Mr. Latos was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi? Machi, you weren't...
He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little.
Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you?
Well, that's true. I am sort of a magician.
She said sort of. Oh, to have a copy of that security camera tape.
Well, Machi, are you a smuggler?
Damn, they arguing? Golly! He won't tell me. Nah, she definitely just told him, shut the fuck up! he definitely said, yes, I am. And she's like, shut the fuck up. He didn't tell me anything.
First he plays blind, now he plays dumb.
I wonder, do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Machi really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale? Hi, Clouds. I can't go home.
Can't go home?
I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. They're gonna kill some 14-year-old little boy that was just doing what he had to do? That's crazy. That's very loser core, if you ask me. Who's with me? Very loser core. About the case. What about the case? You must tell us about Mr. Latos's death? This meeting's over. It really was him, too!
Darian?
Was he gonna buy the egg? Or was he gonna buy the cocoon? Loser core, but it's a real thing that happens? That's so disappointing, bro. What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet. There's a call from Machi from the Borginian embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, Pieta boy. We're leaving.
Darian, wait!
I never liked you. Either of you. Huh? Damn! What the fuck?
Darn it, we were so close! He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo.
He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say.
Apollo!
And there could only be one reason why.
Why is everyone ignoring me?
Sorry. This is it. I know who I'm after now. It all happens tomorrow in court. We about to get his ass. Who with me? Who's with me? May the world run out of hair gel. So you fail to do that ugly fucking bump on the front of your head. Therefore, it shall fall down, and you have to wear your 25-inch Brazilian bust down naturally, and not like that atrocity up on your head. Talking about some, I don't like you, either of you. Mind you, one of them is like a little girl who's a fan of his. He's tweaking the fuck out. Why would you say that? I'm back right now. I'm back real quick. Opinions on Darian? I didn't even see you say that. Sorry. He is tweaking out. Why would he say that to her? Hey, any opinions? I don't hate him, but he pissing me off a little bit right now. I like his design. Yeah, see, this is why I said it's an unpopular opinion when I said I really like him. Because what the hell is your problem, bro?
Well, this is it.
Today's the day it all goes down. So this is the trial? Y'all, is this the last part of the trial? Like, after this part is done, we're just gonna... What's it called? We're just gonna be finished?
Hell yeah.
But it's long. Okay, everybody lock in. And then there was yesterday. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving.
Darian, wait!
I never liked you. Either of you. Like, what is your... Huh? Like, what is your problem? The fuck?
Darn it! We were so close! He was about to tell us! Hey, Apollo.
He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Ooh! What was that? We lighting up the courtroom? Golly! This town has gone to shit, y'all. Oh my god! He's heard but unseen.
Who's that talking?
Valant Gramarye.
I exclaimed as he walked in through the door, normally.
You... Mind the witness today, are you Uncle Volant?
The way that was clearly not a door opening, that shit sounded like a gunshot. Hello? Did you need to do all that? Guards, get him. Insane work. A preposterous proposition. I hate the way this man talks. I hate him. How could I stand upon the stand? Why, my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day. Which is why I opened the door by slamming it open so loudly that everyone turned around and looked at me.
Ooh, with vanishing magic?
Indeed! I will jump upon an express train and express myself into the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning.
Warning? What?
The Grand Gramarye glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. Glamour? A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Maybe I should I have rolled my R there? A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Great illusion. I like that. I like that. He's got a little bit of style. Also, look at his bust down. His shit is long as hell. Do you think he's wearing extensions? Or do you think that's all natural? Like, okay, Grandpa, I see you. Inches for days. You think when he was in his prime, he had bitches braiding his hair? Back in his prime, those magician groupies, they were going crazy. Oh my gosh. They were braiding the fuck out of his hair back in the day. No way. Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. I know he was hitting up girls, saying whatever. Like, imagine you're sitting at the bar. He just got off stage from performing. He goes, "Gads, what a ravishing beauty such as yourself. What are you doing here? What an exquisite, alluring little piece of flesh you are." And she's at the bar and she's like, "Whatever the fuck that means." I'm running away. Whoa. No way! I giggle. See, it would work on Blue Crayon. Look at that. Blue Crayon just admitted. Look at that. No, I didn't. I just said I'd No. Laughing is how they get you. Skedaddling out of there. Of course it would. Not Blue Crayon getting lashings. Oh my gosh.
And there he goes.
He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing.
Big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually it involves cutting up things like people or...
People or what?
Or elephants. Or the Eiffel Tower. Anything, really.
So he was talking about what he saw at the concert.
Lamiro's disappearing act.
And the prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar.
I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened.
Well, it's about time. Shall we go?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes? The scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30. Sorry for the inconvenience. Did they not think to tell the lawyer?
Did something happen? This is a first.
It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business. He got diarrhea, bro.
Great, I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas.
Apparently he's visiting the hospital again. Bubble guts.
The hospital?
I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice... Oh, see, now I feel like an asshole. See, now I kind of feel like a dick, just a little bit. The Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently, his condition worsened considerably this morning.
The Chief Justice's son?
Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning? The judge said he had to go visit him after the trial.
There's an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself.
The Chief Justice's son. No. What if... Okay. Curitis. Where have I heard that before?
Are you telling me that it had to be someone in that van? I'm assuming Darien. Darien did the trade-off. Like, Darien was trying to buy off of Machi. Is that what happened? If not, it had to be someone in the group, but I don't know. Darien seems to be the guilty party so far. The judge did it. Finally, we getting rid of his ass. But then that means that scary judge, his brother, is gonna come. Did he die? Please say yes, because like they old as fuck, so that'd be fine. Like I wouldn't flinch. But he's so scary to look at. Where's that one drawing? I had a drawing of him. Or not a drawing, it was an edit of that fucking one meme. Scary judge taking me out. He was so fucking scary, bro. No, are you saying he's still alive? He's out there in the world? Hell no. Oh my god. Hold on, let me put it up. Let me pull it up. It has to be somewhere.
I don't know.
You don't know? What the heck? Add image. I have to go find it. Hold on. I like the other judge, Hariyama Gaming. They both blow bits. They both suck. Look. Someone in the chat made an edit of him. That's literally what he just looks like. Oh my god. He's so scary. Like, that's actually what he fucking looks like, too. That's the crazy part. Oh my god. Hey, hi! How are you? What's it called? Is Wild Oak still in here? Did Wild Oak see that?
I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV Guide page to me.
Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can. The sudden black screen is killing me. What the hell? I want to look at it. What the hell? Don't waste my fucking time. Sea strikes closer to home than ever before. Ooh. So what you're telling... I'm here, see what? You didn't see it. That's crazy. I have to go save it now. What is this? Hold on. I did delete it. I have to open it. You saw the picture? Okay. I was trembling in the corner. My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of
How do you say this name again?
Machi Tabai. Our suspect. Fortissimo.
Right. It's his trial, in any case.
The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock. It's not that hard of a name, I'm saying.
Is something wrong, Your Honor?
No. Well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Incuritis, was it? That article says there's no known cure.
And Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. So what you're telling me is this is like some kind of cancer, basically. And these motherfuckers were hoarding the fuck out of that cure. They did not gaff. Is it Tobey? I don't know. And Judge, let me say, with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law.
Indeed.
I asked Interpol about that number. IBXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latos. Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescend. It's a great help. No problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Wait. That voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him?
Romain's name is Roman Lettuce. You mean Romaine Lettuce? Yeah. Like, what does lettuce have to do with him? I think they're just being fucking ridiculous. I think it's really that simple. They were like, you know, be so fucking dumb. And then they just did it. And they do this multiple times. Multiple fucking characters. They pull this shit all the time. Damien.
Yeah?
It was him?
That voice I heard, talking to Mr. Latos. When I heard the gunshots fired, it was him! It was Mr. Darien!
No way! Quite a sensational ending. I would have thought Darien would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect. I asked the prosecution to look into this matter. Please, tell the court your findings. Darien Crescend is a member of my band, the Gaviniers. He is also a detective, making the current changes serious indeed. Making the current charges serious indeed. Yet, after the investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case or file new charges. And your reason is? Weren't you aware, Forehead? He has an impeccable alibi.
Guys, we researched within, and I don't think we did anything wrong.
An alibi? Let's review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. Gaviniers ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guest took center stage. Oh my god, can you not do that? Along with the drummer and bassist for a total of 5. The shooting on the dressing room, however, took place during the third set. Lemuel, the defendant, Machito Bay. Machito Bay. What a name. I left the stage at that point. And the Gaviniers were already rocking. This is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard them too, right?
I sure did. Furthermore, Lemuel herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say, she heard the moment of the crime. When she claims to have heard Mr. Latos and Detective Crescent talking. But that's impossible! Detective Crescent was... Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. Hey, someone's dead here. Let's not use that kind of language, okay? A perfect alibi. Does the defense have anything to add to this?
It's true. When I heard those gunshots, you must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up.
It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can safely say that Darren Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged. Which means the mirror was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true. Very well. Of course, if we disregard her testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. Remember the mess up in the song. What if somebody else was playing his bass? That's what I was thinking, to be honest. Because there was a fuck up when they were playing. Like, was he Bright on stage, or was he just playing the guitar and it could have been somebody else? Like, in the corner or something. If indeed there are no objections.
Uh-oh, Apollo. If he declares a verdict now...
But Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. And Memor might have been lying to protect Machi. How would I rely on her testimony? Wait. What about yesterday in the detention center? About the case? What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Latos' death? And this meeting's over. Look at him fade in. His little fade in, he said,
Darian?
Machi was trying to tell us something. I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him. Under oath. Very well. The court finds the defendant... what was his name again? Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquise or... Mr. Justice? Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. The oath means nothing in this game, to be honest. All we can hope is this kid wants to live. Because he doesn't speak English. Also, that's fucking crazy to me. That feels like really fucked up. That you don't even let someone like defend themselves, speak for themselves, because they're in a country where they don't speak the language. So now they're kind of like fucked in the courtroom. Like, you're telling me that this little boy, mind you, at the beginning, they thought that he was blind too. Don't forget about that. They also thought he was blind. So they really said fuck you to this little Borginian blind boy. Like, what the fuck? He can't even speak English. He can't even talk to y'all. Imagine they're lying about what Machi's saying. They could, very easily. But I'm hoping that we get 2 people talking. Here we go. You don't mean... I do. The defense calls defendant Machi Tobe to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English! We'll use an interpreter. Interpreter? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as I love you and where's the toilet? Wasn't he translating? Whatever. Whatever! The defense would like to request Le Miroir as the interpreter. Le Miroir? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie? This is most unusual. Bravo, Air Forehead. Your judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lemira lies, not dies, Jesus. I mean, that almost happened too. I ain't forget about that. I'll be able to tell. Hi, Ketchup! It tells me when Ketchup joins. Ketchup is special. The stream really loves Ketchup. When Ketchup pops up in a big red text. And it's like, Ketchup joined! Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff, please show the defendant in... Please show the defendant and Le Miroir the witness stand. To the witness stand. I suppose there is a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Hi! Your name to begin with. If you would, Le Miroir. Yes. He says, Mochitobe, the defendant. This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would. I'm very confused. Weren't we speaking to him in English, but he couldn't just speak it back? That was the problem, more than anything else. So he kind of gets it, but not really. If I would what, Your Honor? What? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What do I want him to testify about? I haven't thought that far yet. He can understand but can't speak. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Apollo, aren't you going to ask him what he wasn't able to tell us yesterday? What he was about to tell us yesterday? How can I if I don't know what he was saying? Just ask. Excuse me a moment, if I might speak. Yes, Le Miroir? Just now, Machi said there was something about which he wishes to testify. Machi wants to testify about something? What could it be? Dude, it's 2028. Do we not have Google Translate? I thought it was supposed to be 2025 in the first game. Like, oh my god. Do y'all not have modern technology at all? Golly. What sort of testimony is he talking about? One moment, please. Ugh, the suspense is killing me. What? What? Well, Le Miroir? According to Machi, he has proof of his innocence. Ooh. Look at his little Victorian boy outfit. Machi, it's 2025. Get it together, bro. This is a surprise. Duh, he's a baby. He's just a little guy. He's 14 in 2025. He should be wearing, like, Has-Been Hotel t-shirts or something. The fuck is he wearing? Get it together. Golly. Hell of a boss merch. Yeah, he needs to get it together. Come on. And this is a surprise.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it!
And this is sounding too good to believe. I know what that usually means. Well, if that's true, then this is a vital testimony. Please testify to the court. Ow.
Very well.
Yeah, let's get it. Come on. If you lie to me, I don't know, kid. We're gonna have to fight behind the fucking courtroom. Because I'm trying to save your life right now. Like, I'm literally trying to help you. Do not lie in front of me. I'm gonna make a fool out of me for bringing you up here.
He says that word of Mr. Latos's death came as a great shock. But if killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
I see. He wouldn't have understood the lyrics, the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wonder what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Le Mirror to know the meaning of that song. Le Mirror, did you ever explain the lyrics to the song, of that song to him?
I did tell him generally what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked.
Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead? The Mirror might be protecting the witness. Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would.
Yes, Your Honor. Something hidden in that testimony. I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where.
Oh, we're gonna be taking closer looks.
It worked yesterday. It'll work today.
I'm gonna go with the fourth one. I'm gonna perceive the fourth one, because what the fuck are you talking about? Let's get a closer look. Hey!
Gotcha!
Hey!
Machi, you're not telling us the entire truth. I can see it as clear as day. Perhaps my interpretation is at fault? Now he says I have no idea what you're talking about. Apollo, neither of them look uncertain at all.
Oh, but his eyes! The mirror, it is not your interpretation. I guess I did it the wrong part. It is the lack of anything resembling intelligence in that white forehead. You see, you're balding. You're balding. I know if I picked up those bangs, those stupid little fucking bangs you have on your head, and I lifted them up, it would keep going for a long time. Like for a lot, at least 30 seconds of me lifting up your hair until we reached your actual hairline with them big ass bangs. And you're calling me forehead. Wide forehead? Leave him alone. No. You don't have to interpret that for him. Looks like I pointed at the wrong spot. Let's try it again. It has to be there, because his eyes moved. Is it the English part? The lyrics are in English? That's where it is? I think I missed my chance to click. Because I did click late. I didn't have my finger on the button.
Gotcha!
Right there. Machi, you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her in the very moment Le Mirage said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me.
Yeah, he knows what I'm saying.
Machi, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you? What are you saying? Of course he can't. He was literally reacting to shit I was saying before we brought her in. Must he continue the charade? Or charade? Mr. Justice, Machi says, I know the word English. I will grab you by that ugly ass fuck ass bang. I'm so serious. Machi, don't fucking play in my face. I am risking everything to bring you up here, bro. If I lose this case, I'm gonna look like a loser. Nobody's gonna want to hire me. I just started. Machi, don't piss me the fuck off. Huh? Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned the name for this language. That is all. What? Give me a break! Is it such an unusual word to understand? Do you not know Espanol, for instance? Well, yeah, but... I am sorry. But he truly does not understand your language, pinche puta, besibicula. Fuck you! Fuck you! Don't you know the word Espanol? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh my god. Well then, explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics? She just cursed him out in Spanish. Maybe? Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? It's literally my job. It is simple. So simple it hardly requires an explanation.
Stupid idiot!
My bad, sorry. Dumb idiot, it doesn't even require an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper. The newspaper? The Borginian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know? They did not include the thing in there though, did they? They didn't include the lyrics. I remember because very specifically it was stated by Prosecutor Gavin that they didn't fucking say that at all. I was right. What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes, they are quite fierce all of a sudden. Machi is lying. You son of a bitch. Yeah, where is it? Borginian, please. Yeah.
Take that!
I have here a Borginian newspaper, the Borginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there is a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Machi? Look at him getting cramps. I hope they hurt. That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics. What? What is this all about? I'm sorry, Machi. You couldn't have read about the you couldn't have read about the you couldn't have read about the lyrics in the Borginian newspaper. That shit hurt my eyes, I'm not gonna lie. What does this mean? But I don't see how it's possible. I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing their questioning. Yes. Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police I almost just burped on the mic. Was not brought up in police questioning. I read the full report myself. So, the lyrics weren't in the newspaper, and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain himself. Machi says... He says... Yes? It is true. I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Now I remember. You remember? He says he learned of the lyrics from me. Girl! What? Is this true, Lemure? Yes. I'm afraid I had forgotten it myself. Then looks like your forehead's been jumping to conclusions again. It seems so, yes. No. I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away. Time is an issue today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you gonna do, Apollo?
If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else. Nah, because she was fucked up about that. I was gonna say, is the bracelet gonna come in? Tracy, fake a kidnapping again! I don't know if that'll work twice. My bracelet's still reacting. His hand on the right is really fucking detailed. Like, y'all see that, right? Like, his other hand is also kind of detailed, but the fucking one on the one on like his right hand, that shit is crazy. Like, the lines on it are so dark. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well. Witness. I understand. It was I who explained it. Let's see that again. Will it show it over here? Because her thing is swallowing, isn't it?
Let's get a look at that neck.
Back off.
Yeah.
Gotcha!
I understand now. Let me roar. I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain? Me? Uncertain? Yes. You swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained. I see there is little point in trying to hide... Oh, wait, my bad. I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you. Let me roar. Are you, indeed, protecting someone? That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it myself. Then allow me to answer for you. Let me roar. You're protecting Machi. Look at that. Look at him. Little baby. Let me roar. You're protecting Machi. That's why you lied and told us you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Machi, I believe you didn't do it. Really, I trust you. But you've lied to us twice now. And now you have the mirror lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to. Is he gonna start talking for himself? Not the cramps. Wow.
Witness, is this true? Do you understand English?
Yes, a little. Only.
Oh, he's a baby. He's like a little baby. What? First he could see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lemuel?
No, I did not. It is quite a surprise.
How many secrets is this witness hiding?
This is...
Machi, could you tell us what really happened?
No shooting. I did no shooting.
So you were in the dressing room when I heard those 2 gunshots, correct? Apparently the answer to that question isn't simple either.
I was in dressing room. Behind desk. Manager. He on floor.
Which would be after the shooting, right?
Then there's a voice.
Voice or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo?
When Machi went into the dressing room, Mr. Latoso had already been shot. And then he came to the door.
Panel high up. I take off. Run away. Run away!
So it was you who escaped through the air vent. As the prosecution has upheld all along, no less. He's literally saying he didn't do it. Shut up. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna grab him by that big long piece of fucking hair that he has. May it get cut off. May your hair shorten. That's all I'm gonna say. If his hair ever becomes short, y'all, just know that was me coming into his room and cutting that shit off immediately. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession? No! He's clearly denied that he did it.
I know shooting. Manager on the floor already on the floor.
The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter. Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
He's clammed up, Apollo.
Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no. Of course there is.
What is this cocoon anyway?
The cocoon. The silk is a potent cure.
A cure? Well, Machi? Are you a smuggler?
She told his ass to shut the fuck up right there. I'm sure of it. I'm 100% sure of it, bro. There's no way, because she sound pissed as fuck the way she snapped right back at him. He was definitely like, yes, and she was like, shut the hell up! Like, there's no fucking way.
He won't tell me.
He definitely told you. That cocoon has to that cocoon has to have something to do with this. Machi, please tell us the truth for your own sake.
No, no more speak. Not to any of you.
So much for your precious trust, your forehead. Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him. Regardless, this brings us to a impasse. What the fuck? Impasse. It does seem the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we're likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. Yeah, that's totally gonna change this kid's mind. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed. Hey, Machi, do you want to go to prison and then be executed in your country? No? Okay, let's talk. Okay, let's have actual discussions.
Apollo Eustace. That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some. That's crazy! He said, fuck up my name again. I'm sending you straight down. You going straight back to Borginia immediately. I believe I know shooting. Machi claims Mr. Latos was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap, and he walked right into it?
I mean, like, look, they even threw the thing into his piano. Whoever fucking blew up the thing threw it into his piano afterwards. So if they were trying to frame him, I wouldn't be surprised. Even if it wasn't meant to be for a killing, because the killing part could have been an accident. I'm adopting Machi, actually. He's my son. Oh.
Suddenly I hear a revolver. Close. Very close. And then I hear a voice.
You heard gunshots?
Yes. It is true. I hear revolver, but only sound.
Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latos already dead, and then you heard shots? If that's true...
So you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots? And you escaped through the air vent?
I know.
Huh? What do you know? I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area? Bro's the knower. The all-seeing, the all-knowledgeable. Is that what he means?
Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo.
Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something. I hear this from Magician.
This was a part of the magic trick that they refused to explain, I'm guessing. I guess he knows about how the whole building works because of the illusion. Magician?
Don't look at me!
A magician, huh?
Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Machi didn't shoot Mr. Latos.
Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went to. We're supposed to say he went into the room and found. He went into the room to find the body. Then he heard the shots. That one's going to go over well in court. Not.
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me.
And what is your father doing right now? What is Phoenix Wright doing right now? He must be such an amazing defense attorney right now. Right, guys? He must be killing it in the courtrooms right now. Wrong daddy, I think? I hope so. I'll just pretend you misheard him. Every time. So, what do we do?
You're sure you won't testify, Machi?
No talking.
No. Well, it was worth a shot.
That cocoon.
I can't go home. Can't go home?
You see that little Kamehameha right there? Kamehameha right there? One of the symbols.
I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking the cocoon from Borginia is death.
That's right. It's punishable by death. Of course he's scared.
Don't worry, Machi. We're not gonna let them go kill you. If anything, when they find out about this shit, it's over. They about to fucking start a world war. Borginia, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He about to say this shit. Isn't this supposed to be in, like, LA? Like, obviously it depends on the version of the game you're playing, but for us, this is supposed to be in America. He about to tell a bunch of Americans that there's a fucking cure to an incurable disease right now. In a country that's a tiny little fuck-ass country. Yeah, y'all about to get bulldozed. I'm gonna be so real with you, Machi. Don't even worry about it. They gonna bulldoze the fuck out of that country. Take every last cocoon. Y'all are fried. Truly. Oh my god. Of course, he's scared. Oh well. I guess we'll have to try a different approach.
That's the spirit, Apollo. So, what's your plan?
If Machi won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone else?
I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. I guess we're gonna have to have Le Memoir talk about it, like to basically inform everyone of what's going on. That's what I'm assuming, at least.
Right.
Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well. So will he testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What? Shame. And here I thought this was your big chance to turn around the case. Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? If Machi won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case. Le Miroir. Le Miroir?
Objection!
What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Le Miroir's testimony was unsubstantial. There's nothing you can... Le Miroir was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Le Miroir dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself. What? I heard no such report. Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Le Miroir? Can you think of a reason? Well, think of how she's known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English. Yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could have that been? You don't think... I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latos. The killer was afraid of her. Afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out. So, am I to understand that this is what you're saying? Namely, that there is a nugget of truth in Le Miroir's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover? If she... No. Okay, because she said she saw the shooting and she heard... Well, not saw, but she heard the shooting or whatever play out, like the discussion or whatever. And they were like... They just said that he was shot earlier, right? So if she actually had heard the shooting happen earlier... Wasn't there a chance that, like, that's true then? If the performance wasn't happening? Because Machi just said that he was shot before the shots rang out. Exactly. If Le Miroir was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. They tried to call her crazy. I know her ass is gonna be pressed as fuck. Like, she's gonna keep it like decently calm while she's on the stand. But if I was her and I was alone after, I'd be like, that fuck ass orange bastard tried to gaslight me into thinking I was wrong. It tried to gaslight me into thinking I didn't hear what I thought I heard. Like, my ears are better than yours, bitch. Please don't piss me the fuck off. That's crazy. He tried to gaslight the fuck out of her. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have. Into something. The court will hear Lemuro's testimony once more. Oh, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Lemure, I must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not apologize. I know that Machi is innocent, and I will do all I can until the court realizes this.
Am I crazy? No, never mind. Forget what I just said. I was not cooking. I was not about to be cooking. Do not acknowledge what I just said at all.
And I will do what I can until the court realizes this.
Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us that you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window.
And that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes?
That is correct.
At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof. You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice? I don't know exactly what, yet, but I do know that there's something there. And there it is, it seems. Much you do not know. And it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court.
Of course, Your Honor. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That's when I heard them, Mr. Latoste and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry.
Did we ever confirm if the bullets were actually from that gun? Yes, no? Because that was a hot minute ago since we talked about that stuff. If they ever mentioned it at all. Yes, okay.
I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony.
I am sorry. I'm not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way.
It wasn't confirmed, it was heavily implied. Okay.
Yet everything I have said here is the truth.
Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What do you have said to have happened is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? The Lemure was attacked because of this testimony.
What?
Trucy? Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness.
Darian Crescent? I did not know his name at the time, But yes, it was him, the one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you that that's impossible? There's no way you could have heard him. Because the window at the scene was closed? Is that why? Of course.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try? What were they talking about? Yeah. Lemira, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us.
I have given it much reflection, but I was afraid of this.
She doesn't remember.
I only heard one phrase clearly.
A whole phrase? You remember something that was said?
Why didn't you say anything yesterday? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said.
This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say?
It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latos.
The shooter, then. Darien Crescent. Well, what did he say?
It's over. Press the switch. Now.
Switch. We got the switch! We have the switch! And the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Latos?
I thought it quite strange myself afterwards.
This is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this?
I mean,
Sure, I'm delighted. It's, very, very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony.
maybe. Apollo?
Present. Where is it?
Objection!
Press the switch. I almost said present the switch because that's what I just did. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words. Oh. And there's nothing in the scene that could be called a switch. Save the lights. True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a switch right here. That certainly does look like a switch, doesn't it? The problem is, this was not found at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. Juicy does nothing but attack Apollo every episode. I'm saying, what the hell? What is her problem? Like, when she comes in clutch, but golly. Sometimes she just be sitting there and she'll be like, Apollo, you useless sack of shit. Damn! I'm sorry! Hi! The stage. Where the concert was held, yes. It was found hidden there. On the stage. Are you claiming that the voice Lemire heard was of someone commanding another person to press this switch? It's a possibility.
Objection!
Oh, in their forehead? I'd call that an impossibility. Why? It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert form. The stage is quite far from Lemire's dressing room. Not to mention that the Gaboniers were in the middle of a concert on said stage. We aren't known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard.
The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout.
So, too, have Herr Forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short from being heard. Sorry, but he wouldn't have needed to shout. Excuse me? You heard what I said? Or do you need me to shout it for you? Tell him! would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh, wait. You like evidence, don't you? How about this? Let's the headset! The headset! Using this, it would be easy to get a message from someone on stage to the dressing room. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah! Yeah! Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this. Talk to him! Oh, why that's...
What? What is it? It's some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking? Your old ass knows what a headset is. Please don't fucking piss me off. They been used headsets for concerts for so fucking long, even when this game came out. Don't piss me the fuck off. This is a type of transmitter, a communications device. Communications device? From what I've heard that night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, actually. They were talking between band members. We all had one on. So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
Objection!
True, but wait. Those send out an electronic signal. To avoid interface with the audio systems, their range is quite limited. Lemira was seeing that it was seeing about 30 feet, right? Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert form. Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet. That can't be.
So, when Lemire heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
Objection!
You're claiming that this is the switch in question? Why did it have to be on stage at the time? It could have been placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hid it on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch.
Well, I guess we don't. No, because it also has a range, doesn't it?
An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where this switch was, there's little point in debating it. Ugh.
I was sure this was the way to go with this.
What is this switch, anyway? We don't even know that basic fact.
Wait a second. I do know what this switch is. And if you follow that train of logic, its incredible conclusion, it ends up with proof that completely changes this case. What's up, Apollo? Apollo? We know about this switch, right? We know what it is. Yeah? Well, think of when it was used that day. Think of what happened.
Well, Mr. Justice? If you have no further information to share concerning this switch...
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Justice?
I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is.
Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking this switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain what this switch is? The, igniter.
Take that!
Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
Yep.
That's not...
That what? Is it another one of those newfangled phones?
Shut the fuck up. This is an igniter. What phone looks like this?
Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter?
Yes, actually. You aren't saying this switch is a remote. I am. It is a remote trigger for an igniter. What? Look, I'll show you.
Yo, Mr. Justice! You will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom.
Sorry. It was a bit more fire than I expected.
If my whiskers had caught on fire.
Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you? Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. When she heard that is when the illusion was going on. Right? Is that what happened? Hold on. When they were doing the illusion, because she had to be going at a different time then. Look, because if she like vanished and then she had to like travel past dressing room 1 and 2, then she had to get all the way over there because she that little pillar thing in the stands. That's where she was. That's where she was. Hold on, where is it? If we watch right here, she is terrible looking. They look awful. Wow. They did them so fucking dirty. But she vanished, right? And went all the way across over there onto a different platform. Skip that, I don't get... Look, she's over there now. She's over there. Which means, if you look at the floor plans, right here, the form diagram, she went from all the way on stage over there, across to the little tower thing that she was standing on later on. So, could it not be that she traveled past dressing room 2 and 1 to get over to that tower? And that's how they did the trick? They did the illusion, that is? Wasn't that part of the stage show, though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that had burned was a valuable keepsake. That's right. You got it in Borginia from Le Miroir. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes. The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Air forehead. Yes? Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice heard by Le Miroir, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire? I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latos and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed, and the guitar caught fire. Especially at that current time. At that current time that could have happened, they would have been in the shadows. So you wouldn't have been able to really see the people. So anybody could have been standing there instead of Darian. I think I'm cooking right now, guys. I think I'm freaking cooking. I'm so right. I'm so right and real right now. Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really? It seems pretty simple to me. Your forehead. Don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What is this all about, Prosecutor Gavin? Also, don't let him talk to me like that in the courtroom. What the hell? Watch your fucking tongue. His simple story simply makes no sense. Think. That night, my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this, indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set. That's right, of course. The guitar caught fire during the second set. Indeed, yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated. Yes. That must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty. See? His story makes no sense.
Objection!
Are you sure about that?
What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice?
Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far.
And what premise is this specifically?
I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
Objection!
What's this? But Detective Emma Sky heard shots from and found the body. All of this happened in the third act.
Objection!
Gunshots rang out, and according to his testimony, Machi was in the dressing room at the time.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice?
I have to go bye-bye. Oh, bye. Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting. This is insane. Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote-triggered igniter was inside that guitar. From all these facts, we can draw to only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act. What?
Order! 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 But that goes against the evidence.
What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of their song, yes? Hey, he's right! Look! The bullet is supposed to come after the fire. You're thinking about it the wrong way. Huh? Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through. Well, with little merit for the person doing it. They could just fake it later, which is what they clearly did. It was done that way so that he could have an alibi when he's on stage. That's why they waited until after. Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics. You're saying that the order was reversed? On purpose?
Reversed. Prosecutor Gavin?
If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flame. Hi! And here Forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire. Can I have put it better myself? We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point. Oh, I missed that. But that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he followed the lyrics the whole way.
Order! Order! Order!
That would explain this most unusual situation. It does! The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second. Look at that. I was hoping it wouldn't have come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Hi! Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic.
for it's flawed from the very beginning. Flawed? Yes, a contradiction, Air Forehead. One I've pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Le Miroir have heard a voice through it? Oh. I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact, but you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise. Right. Le Miroir's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice. No, I was wrong about that. Hold on. Again, this diagram, we have it for a reason, because it's supposed to show that the vents are connected to the stage area. Right? So maybe instead of walking, she was actually in the vents. And that's what she meant. She was in the vents. She was in the vents. She wasn't by the window. She was in the vents. Obviously, she wouldn't be able to see where she was exactly to be like, yeah, I was in front of this tiny window right here. So, maybe she was just in the vent instead. Oh my god.
What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Look. What do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene, we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence. But how do I make it work? She had to be in the vent. That's the only logical situation, even if that thing was closed. If she was in the vent, she would have still heard. I see a more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, and that window was closed. Care to tell us how Le Miroir heard the voice? A key point to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice, you've got one thing to prove, and one thing only. Le Miroir heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think. How was Le Miroir able to hear the voice?
She was somewhere else, yeah!
Guys, we might be super geniuses. Who's with me? Super geniuses. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it, had it been open either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window. It's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian too. Hey, that's weird. Don't say that to me. That's strange. That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing to say to someone. For a second there, I thought you weren't an English speaker either. That was weird. That was a little strange, buddy. Why did you say that to me? Oh my goodness. Just a little off-putting. Oh my goodness. Okay. I took a little sip of my water. Let me take another one.
As I was saying, Lemire could not hear the voice through the window, so there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely.
What's this?
You do amuse me so. And here I thought you and I thought you and Good Sense were back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and Good Sense speak two entirely different languages. Shall I interpret for you, Air Forehead? Lemire clearly stated she heard that voice through that small window. And there's only one small window at the scene. Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene?
There is?
Ah, I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well. You claim Lemire heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was.
Lemire heard the voice from here.
Yeah.
Look at that. We can move.
Take that!
This is where Lemire heard the voice from.
But that's no small window. That's the air vent.
He kind of sexy. His little pixelated version when they zoom out like that. Sorry. What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window.
Objection!
Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. So Lemire was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice? That's the only logical explanation, yes. Logical. I do not think this word means what you think it means, Air Forehead. Okay, what about it isn't logical? It hardly merits saying. Why would Lemire be in the ventilation system, hiding like a rat? No offense intended to her, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lemire? You've been listening to our discussions here, yes? Yes. I admit, it's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed, but why should that mean I could not hear through it? I feared our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. The problem here is words. Lemire, the small window through which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room? Not low on a wall? Yes, it was up on the ceiling. What? Get fried! Just like your dog shit tan, huh? Back on the concert day when you were fucking orange, remember that? That shit is so embarrassing. So not only did someone get murdered at your concert, everybody talking about you, but the pictures being used are gonna be you, literally fucking orange. Oh my gosh. Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room, and that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I am sorry, I never imagined it would come to such an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there? I know why. I believe it's time for another testimony. I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I can't. I read that wrong the first time. My bad, everybody. 20,000 lashings for Nomi, I guess. May I remind you, this is a murder trial? We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Girl, I'm gonna be so real with you. There is absolutely no excuse to not be telling the secret of that fucking magician illusion. Someone fucking died, bro. I do not care. Like, I truly don't gav.
how the fucking thing was done. Please. He shouldn't have said please. He should have been like, get talking! Because enough is enough. Why are you covering up right now? Like, this is not the time to be hiding a fucking magician's illusion. Who gaff? I don't know why it didn't click to me sooner when I realized that they were going through the air vents and shit, and that the air vent was connected to the stage. I should have realized immediately. Holy crap. Hold on. Okay, let me check my quest too. Let me give y'all something to do. Right? You guys love it? You guys love it when I give you guys a little mission, a little side mission? Hold on. I have to hit 174,000 likes this week. Oh my goodness. The way that y'all immediately started, I didn't even give a goal yet. Oh my gosh. They switched that shit up quick. Or else what? It's how I get diamonds. It's for the battle pass, the creator camp. It's how I get stuff. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little creator camp thing. I unlock stuff, especially stream stuff, which is pretty awesome. If you ask me, personally. Okay, let's get back into it. Well, looks like I'm on the right track. TikTok gives Nomi lashings if we don't help. Exactly, guys, please. I don't want any lashings this week.
Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard there was a small window there before. I was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter.
Bound to secrecy?
In my line of work, no one has many, what the fuck am I talking about? In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold.
But you said you were in the middle of your performance. So this did happen during the second set.
I did not witness the crime. I did not witness the crime. You must understand. I only know what I heard.
Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for, yeah? Air forehead? Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
What are you gonna do, Apollo?
I'm gonna find out the truth.
Tell him.
She was up above the ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her.
We know why. We got the videotape. Which part are we gonna present it on? This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah. I know why.
Lemuror, truth be told, the reason your presence above that ceiling is quite clear, especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes. It's all right here on this video. He's so disgusting to look at here.
Wow, they fucked him up bad. Yuck. Why is he orange? He's like sunburnt orange too. Like, it's crazy. Whoa. It was a bad day for him. The makeup, whatever, like, makeup team he had, the makeup artist that worked on him, fire them immediately, bro. Look at him fucking beating the fuck out of it on stage! Oh my god. As we can see, Lemira was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. Though it saddens me to be so realistic, Lemira was incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of this form.
Apollo!
What, Trucy?
It's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets. It's against...
Man, fuck your little rules, Trucy. I don't gaff at all. Trucy, do you want this little kid to get fucking put on execution? Like, truly, is that where your priorities lie? I don't gaff. I don't care, Trucy. Look me in the eyes right now. I don't care. Truly. Like, let's be in the real world for 2 seconds, bro.
It's against the rules.
Not for me. I'm not a magician. But I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert. His show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Oh, you fucking prick! Oh my god. This whole time you're telling me he knew? You're telling me this whole time he knew enough information to know what the fuck we're talking about? And he just didn't fucking say anything? There's no way he didn't fucking know. He's too smart to not have known. Did it just click with him? Is that why? 'Cause that's crazy. Aha! He's just realizing his own oversight. There we go. That better be it. Piss me the fuck off. Be testing my fucking patience. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here we can trace a route through the ceiling. A route through the ceiling. Route. It goes from the stage, through the backstage, to the rear of the form. Recall Lemiror's testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. Oh my gosh. I might be outing myself right now. I might be outing my nationality the way that I say that word. I'm not gonna lie. Lemira knew of this because of her part in the illusion. Because she wasn't the only one who knew. War? I'm not gonna repeat it. then you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about.
What? Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something. I know if I opening the vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
He said that? Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? I knew about the Vanishing Act, of course. Yet, I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me?
Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of the magician's life, you know?
Which is why he bound Lemuror to into secrecy. Blah. Well, Lemuror?
I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Machi was right about you.
So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that. But I'm still a little confused.
Why is that, Your Honor?
As I said before, there was very little time. Oh, I missed it. I can't read that. 20 seconds, tops. How could she do it so fast?
That's a good question.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Yes? Okay, but 20 seconds is a pretty long time to quickly just, like, run over. It's all up to you. Do your thing.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lemuror was able to teleport like she did. Hey, Lemuror, your little 14-year-old little boy, your little son that you have, that you adopted, and he goes everywhere with you and you love him. He's going to die if you don't start actually, like, making sense here. Like, is your professional look more important than this child's life? Like, what? Am I tweaking right now? What the fuck is going on? Hi! You need to explain or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. What the hell?
Ugh. Why do I get picked on? It's the mirror who isn't going along with the program here. As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail.
Girl, did you sign an NDA or something? What the fuck? Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this, Mr. Justice. It will be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Yes, if you would, please.
Right. I feel like a student before finals.
Good luck, Apollo.
Truthfully, I'm not in the mood. Please don't talk to me. I'm so pissed. I don't want to take it out on you, Queen.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the form on the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Her thing! It also makes sense now, too. Because in the room that she was in, her brooch was there. So her brooch fell down. Was it possible that Machi actually was in there to go pick up the brooch? Because now that makes sense on how her thing got in there in the first place. How her brooch is actually there if she was over top. One second. Breach? Breach? No, it's not.
Hmm. 2 minutes, you say. The mystery deepens.
You want to argue with this? Kinda European? Let's argue with it. I got my phone up.
Brooch.
What was that? What was that, Google? Pronunciation? What was that, Google pronunciation?
Brooch.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. I was just checking. Hold on. Brooch! Don't ever come for me again. If I know a word, I know a word. That's for sure. If I don't know a word, I don't know a word. When I know a word, I know a word. Trying to argue with me on this. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something.
As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lemire is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. Let's watch the video. Let's take a look at the video real quick. See, she has her brooch on there. And she doesn't have it on anymore. Y'all see that? It's gone. It's off of her. It's no longer on her. Alrighty. We did it. We figured it out.
I figured it out already. I am a magician after all.
Well, tell me. Stunt double? Definitely not. It had to be her. I know that's for sure. It was her.
Not a chance.
And we also found her brooch in the room.
I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on.
Trucy, I freaking grab you. Can we kick Trucy out? Trucy, you are not helping this episode. I'm not gonna lie. You pissing me off a little bit. Just talking. The man is dead, Trucy. Like, someone is fucking dead. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Like, hello? Why are you here? Yeah. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes, so that's not what happened.
Hold it!
2 minutes?
Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running.
Running? In that cramped, dark tunnel above the ceiling?
Mr. Attorney, have you forgot? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me.
That's true, but... So you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made a trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lemure disappears on the video for 20 seconds. She made the trip in 2 minutes. How?
If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer is right there in the video.
Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony? Nobody's ever corrected me. What's it called? This is like... Well, this is not relatable for everyone. But you know when you, like... You know those, like, girls that are like, hey, is my, like, pad showing? And then you go, no, you're good. Or you're like, yeah, it is. It's like, if that happened, and they were like, hey, is my pad showing? And then you see that the pad's showing. And instead of correcting someone, you're just like, no, you're good. And you just let them walk out the whole day, just looking crazy. Got this straight up diaper bum. That's what's going on. That's what happened to you. I'd tell them. They did not tell you. You've been walking around with diaper bum. Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
Evidence explaining the discrepancy?
Present evidence. There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between video and testimony. The brooch. The brooch.
Take that!
The mirror. Do you happen to remember this brooch? Aha, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not?
It was found at the scene, Your Honor.
And you're bringing this up now. Why?
I thought we had already determined that it was dropped.
So did I. But we hadn't. Take another look at it, at the video. Oh, Lord, they gonna make us watch too. Ew, did you see that flash too? Oh, the fire started! You can see it right there. I just realized that. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's look a little bit later. I didn't even realize that you can see the fire starting in the guitar. What? The brooch! It's gone! What? Yes. The brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. Oh, different people. You were right! Blue was right! It has to be a stunt double. Are two different people. What? Blue intelligence? The brooch was found at the floor at the crime scene. I was OMG. Blue super genius moment. I was like when you said stunt double, I was like, there's no way, right? That'd be crazy. But it was. The rest of them was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Not directly beneath at all, but, you know, whatever. Lemure, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did.
Order! Prosecutor Gavin. From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, dear Judge.
I, of course, knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me. You're pissing me off right now. I'm not gonna lie. He really testing me. He really testing my patience. When the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So, I was right? There was a switch? There was. Just before the stage tower rose, the mirror was replaced. Well, we're on the subject. Just who was this replacement Le Mirror? Why, the man behind the illusion, Voland Gramarye. It was Gramarye? Okay, Slay King. That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes? How was he serving cunt like that? The switch took place before the tower rose, or whatever the fuck. But this fake Le Mirror is still singing. And she's pretty good. That's true. Baby's first lip sync, I guess.
Come on, Apollo. That's an easy one. They were just playing a recording.
The Gamoniers aren't some kind of air guitar band, Fräulein.
You mean I'm wrong?
When we play a show live, we play live. No recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Le Mirror?
Very well.
Yes, do tell, and add it to your testimony.
I had to keep singing, even while I moved.
Are we gonna go back and use that mixer thing to listen to her part of the song? And we can, like, hear the thing or whatever?
Hold it!
You were singing?
Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings. So I used this.
Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage?
Why should it matter where I sing, when everywhere I go is the same darkness?
Girl, it could have probably picked that shit up. But if you were singing while you were walking...
That's right! Wouldn't the shooter and victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all.
No, the speaker's in the room.
That is right.
Are you sure?
You'd have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling.
The speaker's playing the same song, so they probably didn't think much about it. Once again, we have come back to the state of the scene of the crime.
What state? I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo.
Exactly, dumbass.
The speaker?
Yeah, idiot. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. That's for monitoring the stage for this room.
Monitoring?
It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So, Le Mirror singing in the ceiling sounded just like Le Mirror singing over the speaker. Ingenious! Her voice was hidden by her voice! Le Mirror?
I've just remembered something.
Uh-oh.
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing.
What? No, that's her there. So it had to be like what, right after he grabbed her? Because wouldn't that be heard here? Huh? What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing. The song stopped. Thankfully, it was at the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would have noticed
The whoa whoa part, right? Forehead.
that mixing board I lent you. Where is it?
The mixing, huh?
That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks.
Oh, this. I completely forgot about it. Oy. Let's take a listen. Why is it tiny like that? Why are we hearing the full performance? The song does stop here. The pleasure part. Because it wasn't heard up there the whole time. That was right. It does? I must have missed it. Yeah, because you can't hear shit because you're old as fuck. You were out here roaming with the fucking dinosaurs. Of course you didn't fucking hear it. Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. Yeah, it only says one pleasure. I didn't even notice that. This is evidence indeed. I believe we were guilty of making a terrible mistake. The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lemuro's ballad. If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter. Which means that Darien Crescend could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turned around quite so thoroughly. Yet, one problem remains. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? Forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. That's why the victim couldn't have been saved. He was bleeding out for a while. Yeah, literally. Like, no way. Because I was sitting there, I was like, there's no way you got shot in your shoulder, and your ass is literally fucking dying right now. Like, you just got shot. It had to be a hot minute. And yet it is entirely based upon Lemuro's testimony. Yes, is there a problem with this? Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant?
Objection!
Man! But you have no proof. All I'm saying is that the truth is yet unclear. Until we hear directly from the man himself. The man? You don't mean... Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Darien Crescend must take the stand. I see no other way. As someone with a new perspective on the case, as a suspect, to be frank.
Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole, and I'm ready to catch him. During crescend, get ready for justice.
This is as good as any time. This is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess.
This is probably where the episode's gonna end. And if that is the case, guys, do you know what's coming. You guys know what I'm about to say. And would you look at that? You know what time it is. We're gonna be saving and we're gonna be getting off because oh my god. We streamed for nearly 4 hours. I was dedicated. We'll get the last part tomorrow, probably. But for now, golly, I gotta go up. I gotta go cook something. I gotta go eat. Bye-bye. Bye. Peace out, everyone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we got one more case after this, and then they're probably gonna do that secret case shit that they always do. Bye! Bye-bye!